Welcome back to CNR Garage, and in today's video I'm going to be installing these sway bars and middle plate. But before I get started, I just want to kind of reiterate why I'm doing this. Usually there's kind of like a little list that people make whenever it comes to handling upgrades, and usually it starts if the advice is good, is you want wheels and tires, which I do, and that will usually yield the best handling per dollar, I'd say. Then the next one, it would be either a performance alignment or just a good alignment in general. That also includes camber, and cheapest best option is sway bars, and let me kind of explain why. So with coilovers, what you're kind of doing is you're stiffening up the car to reduce body roll and kind of change the aspect of how the car drives in terms of loading up the front suspension, rear suspension, body roll, geometry change. You can achieve something similar to coilovers with something cheaper, kind of like this, because stiffer sway bars will reduce the body roll, and there's a lot of videos out there explaining why and how it does it, but essentially it will reduce your body roll, and depending on the sizes and the settings, it will increase your max grip while there will be a oversteer or understeer bias. What I mean by that is this stiffer sway bar, we put it on this car, the overall grip of the car will increase, but there will be a bias to understeer. And with the back, but with the adjustment, you can kind of tune that out if you want more rotation, or if you want more understeer, or if you just want very balanced car. Okay, so I have the car lifted up, and let's go take a look at the old center brace, which is what I will be changing. That is the little brace that the OEM MR2 has, which is just really small and just honestly not enough for the body flex. And usually some other cars, I don't know, I've seen them have some extra stuff up there, which is probably right there. So if you didn't see it, so there's extra stuff there. There's more braces, and this car doesn't have it because this is the pre-facelift. I'm gonna go ahead and change this, and then as I'm testing the car to autocross or other events, I'm gonna go ahead and start adding more braces if needed. But for now, that should be enough. That should be all I need. All right, so I already went ahead and installed the, the chassis brace, and these were the old ones. As you can see, they're pretty small. I almost want to say inadequate. I don't know why Toyota thought to put this, but I guess this was the early model. This is 2002, and there was a revision for 2003. There was more bracing because it was that noticeable. So if you have a 02 and under, you definitely want to get a brace underneath there. And this is what it looked like before, and this is what it looks like after. And I'll get it underneath. So you will be using a 12 millimeter. So that's what it looks like. It looks pretty cool. So there's a bolt there. Well, there's a total of 4 bolts here, and then 1 and 2 on the back. Looks pretty good. And this should give me definitely more rigidity. At the front there, you can get more stuff. But for now, I'm just gonna focus on this one, see what it does, see if it drives different. Then I will move on to the sway bars, and I'll also show you that install. I'm not really sure where I'm at, but this is the next day. Right now we're gonna work on the front sway bar. So we're gonna remove all these plastics to kind of get a better view of underneath. And then we're gonna go ahead and lift up the car, put the jack stands on both sides, take the wheels off, and then we'll get started on what you're gonna do next. Okay, so just one more thing. In order to get all these off, really this one is pretty easy. You just pull it off, you put that away. There's a couple of bolts here. We got 1, and there's 1. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. You take those off, and then once you take those off, this bucket will come up. Then there's a bunch of clips. So there's 1 here, 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth. There's a ton of them. As you can see, I'm missing all of them since I actually take this off quite a bit. especially for autocross, just to lower the weight a little bit. So I'm gonna take that off and lift the car out. All right, so we got the wheels and tires off for the front. Say hi.
Hi.
Anyways, we have this nut right here, the one that connects to this little arm here, and then 2 for the bracket, which are right here, 1 and 2, and it's going to be the same on the other side. This bar is going to be set at the stiffest setting. What you want to kind of remind yourself is that the stiffest setting will be the one with the least leverage. So the closest one, the closest ones to the front of the car would be the least amount of leverage, and then the further out, more leverage, meaning less effect on the anti-roll bar. We're gonna go ahead and take those off and then show you the difference, like in terms of thickness. So this is what it kind of looks like, and it just kind of gives us a better view of the bolts in case we need to. So now we're ready to take this side of the sway bar, and you can see the Allen key there. So all we're just gonna do is just take it off, and it kind of gets itself stuck on that. I believe that's one of the coolant lines, and we can very easily get it off. We'll do the same on the other side, take the brackets off, and then change the sway bar. All right, so we got it out. You can see the difference. This one is much thinner and definitely lighter compared to this one. I believe this is 22 millimeters. I don't know what this is, but there's definitely a difference there. Take it out. You actually want to take it out from the passenger side, because there's a couple of things that are kind of running in the way. This stuff here kind of runs in the way, so you want to pull it out so it goes out the passenger side. That should make it easy. So we're going to go ahead and install. We're going to use the bushings provided by Whiteline, and it will update you on the back. Okay, this is the 3rd day. Sorry that I've been doing it on one piece at a time per day, but I have to since I don't have much time. So the rear is installed. It is extremely easy. All you have to do is just lift at the motor mount. I know I have a bumper cut, which makes it easier, but it should also be easy on other cars, even with the little bottom cover, plastic bottom cover. So all we did was take these 2 bolts out for the little brace or bracket, and then the one that connects to the end link. And we also left it on the softest settings, so for anybody that wants to know. It is super easy to take out. All you have to do is either take it out from the driver's side or passenger side. And same thing on this side, super easy. You definitely want to jack it up, because if you don't, this is like hidden behind the frame rail, so you can't really get to it. I mean, you can get to it with a wrench, with a ratcheting wrench, but it's easier to just impact it off. So that will be all for the install. I'm gonna do first impressions right now. All right, everyone. I don't know if you can hear me that well. If you can't, that's okay. So I'll try to talk as loud as I can and then change the volume. So first impressions, definitely much tighter. I definitely noticed the body flex from the plate that I put on has definitely decreased quite a bit, especially when I get off my driveway, since there's kind of a bump. I used to hear a lot of creaks. Now there's no creaks at all. In terms of the body roll, absolutely huge improvement on the front. So we're gonna go on a little back road drive and see how it goes. Definitely a lot of much less body roll. So what I was gonna say, there's a high resistance of body roll as I'm turning and loading up the suspension, which is really nice. It's very confidence inspiring, I'll tell you that. It's great. Let me feel. Yeah, the body roll is much. I mean, it is not perfect, but I can tell there's a huge difference in the body roll. So this would be a good time to talk about if you guys want to have at least put in the comments if there's a video that you want to see about the MR2 or future projects or future ideas. I'll be glad to look into, since I kind of have ran out of ideas for future videos. So I might actually start depending on friends' cars to do like reviews and stuff. So leave in the comments if you have any suggestions. That 5-speed sucks. It puts me under lift in second gear, but that 2cc sounds great. You might notice that I'm wearing a helmet. That's because I don't have a head mount, so it looks kind of dumb while driving around, but it's okay. It works for now. Some stability in higher speeds, which is nice. They see the turn here. Yeah, it's very stable. Something I'm noticing is the turning is a little bit sharper. It used to be kind of dull where you would steer, then it almost feels like it would take a second to react. Now it's just a little bit more sharp. There's way more grip for sure. Yeah, there's some good grip. Oh yeah, super stable through the corners. Back around. Yeah, but it's great. It is great. Like, look, that's such good turning. And it's so composed, like it's not bouncy. This is just from some sway bars. beautiful. Lots of grip. Awesome. Very lovely. Well, this is gonna be the end of the video. Make sure you subscribe. I know a lot of people watch the videos but don't subscribe, and I want to definitely make sure I can keep making more content, and you guys can let me know by doing that and liking the video, whether you like it or not, of course. Anyways, I will see you next time. Next video will be an autocross video, which is this Sunday. I can't wait to try out this new setup. Goodbye.